rather than just do the traditional crab apple jelly, we're gonna do crab apple and rosehip jelly. Now, have I ever had it before? No. So here we are, we're in the formal Italianate Gardens here at Mapperton. Crab apple tree, crab apple tree. Keep going, keep going, keep going. So you can see we've got some lovely juice there. Oh yeah. Beryl does the best. What's our favorite? Our favorite is apple and ginger chutney. Don't I use pints? Aren't I supposed to be using pints because I'm American? Yeah, I know. I forgot. Julie's jelly. Looking good. Okay, yeah, you're gonna get one of these. And I'm gonna get one of these. And Steven is gonna get the quarter of the one. Look at that, it's pretty. Here we are, back in the kitchen, back with the aga. I'm wearing this is, by the way, I just found this secondhand. I think it's 1970s. It's like a vintage boiler suit. So found this. Anyway, I know a lot of you guys ask questions about my outfit, so I try to wear a lot of things that are secondhand. This is one of them that I got very recently. So today, because I have a lot of these rose hips, and of course I have been making rose hip syrup, but I also wanted to use it for something else. So I decided, rather than just do the traditional crab apple jelly, we're gonna do crab apple and rose hip jelly. Now, have I ever had it before? No. So I've had to look up the recipe, and it's very similar to just making crab apple jelly, but we're just gonna add in some rose hips. So what we've done here is I've already blitzed, just like pulsed through, and so it becomes finely chopped, the rose hips, which is exactly what I had to do for the rose hip syrup. So that is 500 grams of rose hips. And then here we have 1,000 or a kilogram, so 1,000 grams of the crab apple. Now I don't have to destem them off because as soon as I stick them into the muslin strainer, the stems won't go through. So I'm not worried about that. And plus they're actually really hard to pull off. Now the question is, can I get them all in here? So again, I do just want to finely chop these. I don't want them, it's getting kind of close. I don't want them, I think I can do it, too chopped up, if that makes sense. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna pulse it. Here we go. Good. Okay, yeah. Ooh. Looking good. Because that's going to start to help me get, like, I think when I put it into simmer, it's going to help get more of the juices out, which is really what we want. So, I mean, I'm going to have some whole ones, but I think that that's actually fine because I'm not going to be able to get these top ones. So there we go. I've just basically finally, there we go, for the most part. There's a couple that are there, but other than that, that's pretty good. I'm super happy with that. I mean, it looks like apple, but they're crab apple. So these are the apples. The ones that I'm using here are actually, you can see they're the red ones. So these are the ones that we found in the formal gardens out at Mapperton. So these are the ones that we found in the formal gardens. And we could have used the yellow ones as well, but I don't know. I just thought, might as well use these because they're red. I'm obviously biased towards red. So from here, I am going to, it needs to simmer. So I'm gonna stick it in my big Kilner pan. Put it, remember this side of the aga is a little bit lower heat. So I'm gonna pour in my crab apple. And I'm also going to pour in, I'm gonna pour in the rose hips. I'm also going to give it a nice big stir as well. So I'm going to give it a big stir. So just to mix it all up, which I think is rather nice. There, that's nice. Yeah, and there are some, there's just a few in there. Well, a little bit, several, that are not quite finely chopped, but that really doesn't matter because we're going to get it nice soft. So then from here, I'm going to add 1.2 liters. So here's 1 liter. So it doesn't look like it's very full. And then I'm going to add another 200 milliliters here. Pour that in. There we go. And it kind of almost just covers it. So done that. There. So now what I need to do is I need to leave this to simmer until, and there's really kind of no, well, there's no timing on it. Like it doesn't say like simmer for 10 minutes, but it's until the fruit gets soft. So, I mean, I reckon we're at a good sort of 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes here, maybe even a little bit longer, but 10 to 15 minutes here. I'm just gonna make sure that every single one, there we go, is under the water. So we're gonna leave it here to, and this will get, this, even this side of the aga, even though it's not as hot as this side, it still does bring it to a nice little simmering point. So not a boil, but a simmer. So I'm just gonna make sure every little apple and rosehip is under the water so that they can get soft. And we'll be back in, well, I would say 10 to 15 minutes to see how they're doing. So this is definitely ready. So I'm not necessarily going to give you a time on it because every sort of stove is going to be different, but you just have to make sure that, you just need to make sure that the fruit, the crab apple and the rose hips are soft. So that is exactly what we've done here, is made sure that it's nice and soft. Now this is probably where it's going to get a little bit messy, but I'm going to obviously use my muslin bag, roll up my sleeve, and I'm just gonna start to put it in here, okay? And then it's going to juice it out. So here we go, everybody. Oh yeah, lots of juice. And this is just one of many, many steps to go. So there's a lot of steps to go. So this is, I'm gonna do this for a half hour, let it strain out for a half hour, and then I'm going to take all of the crabapple and rosehip out, wash the muslin, then put it back into place and put this mixture back in. So you don't really wanna squeeze it because apparently that makes it cloudy. So you just want it to, I know it's tempting, I keep saying this, it's super tempting because that makes and I can see here that the juice isn't cloudy. So that's a really good thing. So that's definitely not what you want to do. I know it's tempting, you think you want to do that, but you definitely don't want to squeeze it out. So I'm nearly through. And again, it's just a steady stream there, which is great. I mean, it looks good to me. I mean, you know, first time making crabapple and rosehip jelly, and which I'm actually fascinated by. So I'm almost at the bottom, so I think I might use a wooden spoon now and pour in the rest from my Kilner. Big, here we go. Okay, so you can see we've got some lovely juice there. Oh yeah. Definitely does not look, it looks perfect to me. It doesn't look cloudy or anything like that. It's just the right amount for my muslin right here. And I think I've got it all. And so once the juice gets done, it is going to go back. I'm going to rinse this out in a second. So, okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to let this sit for quite some time, at least 30 minutes. Then I'm going to put the mixture here back into the Kilner, rinse my muslin, put it back in, and then put the mixture back in again one more round. Then after that, well, then we've got to put it to the boil and put the sugar in And because crabapple has a lot of pectin in it, it can solidify quite easily. So, which is great. So look at that, nice steady stream. I'm hoping to get like, I don't know, 7 to 8 jars, I think is what I'm hoping to get from this, about 7 to 8, you know, of those jelly jars. So that's it. So we'll just wait. So I've brought Beryl in. So many of you know Beryl from, well, you will know Beryl from the TV series because it's coming out soon, everybody. And it depends on when we air this. We'll probably air this before the TV series of the Mapperton episodes come out.
That's soon, huh?
It's soon because because remember you and I make, though I can't give too much away, but we make anyway, Beryl is excellent here at Mapperton. It has all these really good recipes. Now, I was the one who said we should do the crabapple and rosehip, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. We don't know how it's going to turn out, do we?
No, it's fine. It's going to be super.
It's going to be super. Okay. So, but Beryl's going to help me because, like I said, you guys, it's like my first time doing this. So this is, should I measure it? It's about 1 liter, I think.
Well, you could measure
I could. Here, I could take that. I'll take this.
A whole liter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we're just going to make sure. Maybe it's less than 1 liter. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's less than 1 liter. Okay, yeah. So we're only going to get a few jars. That's all right. I'm happy with a few jars. We're at 800. So actually, that's going to help me with my sugar count.
It's near 7.
Yeah, 7 here.
A bit weird.
Oh yeah.
Lump.
So 7. Should we say 750-ish? Yeah.
I say 700. I call it 700.
Oh yeah. Okay, 700. So then we only need 500 grams of sugar then.
All right.
Okay. So the Beryl has also, you've put, now we're warm, so in the aga you can warm things up. We're warming up the jars that we're going to use. Now why would we warm them up? You have to.
Yes, you always put hot, it's going to be very hot.
Oh, okay.
So it's going
Never done this before. Okay. So now we don't want to stick it on the aga because it doesn't get it hot enough to set.
It has to be really, really, really hot.
Okay,
High temperature.
So I'm going to turn this on. Yeah? This one.
Over on the left.
Oh, yeah. And then this.
I put it on 8.
Okay. And then I'm going to put this on.
Yep.
I'm a bit nervous, you can tell.
Get this quite warm.
So should I stick it in now?
Yeah, I put that in, yes.
Okay.
Need a wooden spoon.
Looks good, though. I mean, I'm happy with this. Listen, if I get a few jars, super happy. I've got a spoon here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wooden spoon. Okay, so we've got wooden spoon. And I am going to measure out. So I know that this is 900 grams. And I need 500. So I need up to here. Do I need what? Oh, okay, yeah, we can do 500. So this is so what we're going to do, Beryl, though, is we're going to boil this up, right?
Yeah, you make that quite hot, and then
Yeah.
you add the sugar.
Oh yeah, I can hear it.
It'll be very quick on 8.
One second. No, we got a lot more to get rid of. We don't want to get it too sugary, do we?
No, you enjoy that.
So 500 grams sugar right here. This is the one we want to use. So this starts to boil up. Then what do we do? We put in the sugar.
Add the sugar. Let the sugar dissolve before it gets too hot, actually. We don't want it boiling. So I thought soon you could add the sugar.
You think I should add it now?
It's getting hot, isn't it? I hear it.
You want me to stir it? Are you loud?
I take that little bit away, whatever that is, because it's going to spoil your jam.
Oh,
Don't worry.
okay. I mean, there is a seed in there, but it's all right. It's homemade.
Okay.
Okay.
I should tip that in.
Okay, tip that in.
And stir it.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's a lot of sugar.
It's the trouble with jam, making it all easy is uses so much sugar.
It does. Okay, I mean, that is, a lot of sugar. Okay. All right, so now.
You have to stir it until the sugar's dissolved.
Well, it's pretty much dissolved almost. Like that was like right away. Okay, now what? It's not thick enough for jelly.
No.
There's a big piece in there. Should I get it out?
I would. End up in the middle of a jam pot.
Okay. Okay, so do you keep stirring it?
I would, for a bit, yes.
Okay, and because doesn't crabapple have a lot of pectin in it, so it should...
It does, it should set really well.
Okay, but the rose hips, you know, I might have ruined it with the rose hips, but I really wanted to use them. Wow. It's okay.
Smells rather good.
Don't you think it smells good? That smells nice.
Delicious.
Okay, so we just wait.
I'll keep stirring.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, wow, look at this.
Yep, I'd start stirring.
Okay. Well, it's been a few minutes. I mean, the book I read said like 9 to 11 minutes. But, no one really knows, right?
I think 9 maximum.
But how can you tell when it's done?
Oh, get a saucer.
Yeah, I got it out.
Oh, right, yeah, then put a tiny amount of, spoonful of that into the saucer. Let it cool a bit, then tilt the saucer, and if it's getting wrinkles around the edge,
Yeah.
the juice is getting wrinkled, it means it's set. I'll set it a setting point.
Okay, what should I do now? It's boiling.
Yeah, we'll keep stirring.
Keep stirring. Like, am I stirring fast enough or no?
I'm wondering if we've got it too high.
High? Should I put it down?
What will that say?
6?
No, we want it to be, no. 6,
7?
No.
7.
8 might be all right.
Okay. I'm trusting you on this. You're, the expert on jellies, jams. Beryl does the best. What's our favorite? Our favorite is apple and ginger chutney.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everybody loves Beryl's apple and ginger chutney.
It starts to come right up.
Wow.
Stir vigorously.
Stir, oh, okay. More vigorously.
Or either that or turn it down a bit, but I think it needs to be at that heat.
Okay. I mean, would you be like...
No, it's just stop
Okay.
it from bubbling right up into the pan.
Okay, okay, I'm doing the best. Okay.
7, so that's 50.
I mean, that is hot. But even more. Okay, am I stirring fast enough or not really?
That's fine.
It's definitely thickening. Do you want to feel it? Yeah, I think, Beryl, you need to, your expert needs to, Nice.
Quite often you can, the texture changes when it's ready. The bubbles go a sort of different colour almost.
Right. I mean, we're going to get like 5 jars out of this, I think, maybe? 4?
Maybe 4.
Maybe 4, okay.
No, maybe 5.
I'll take it. It's my first time. How many kilograms then do you usually do of the crab apples?
Oh, goodness knows.
All at once?
I hardly ever measure things. I just tip a whole load of crab apples into the preserving pan
And you just know? And then you just cover it just with water, is that right?
Yeah, until they're just about
Covered.
almost.
Yeah.
And then you cook them.
Yeah. Till they're soft.
Yeah, and then you strain them through the jelly bag.
Yeah.
I usually end up with about 3.5 pints. Pints I use, I'm afraid. 3.5 pints of juice. So that's I'm not sure what that is in litres.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah, don't I use pints? Aren't I supposed to be using pints because I'm American?
I thought you would, but
Yeah, I
you're
know.
using
I forgot.
You're
Eating grams.
litres and grams.
I know, it's because I've been
Really
converted.
confusing me.
It's because the scale's over here. But how come you've been using pints?
Well, I grew up with pints.
Were pints...
We went to Mapperton in this country. I can't remember what date it was, but...
That's an interesting tidbit. See, they used to be the good old American way.
Yep.
And then you switched over to the European way.
Yeah, I can't remember
But
what
you've
year.
kept your American way,
Oh,
right?
Well, it was the English way. Yeah.
Well, it was the English way, that's right. We take everything from the English, and then you guys are like, you guys have it, we'll do something else.
Let's check
Okay, what do we think?
It's like 4 minutes, I think. I'll give it 5.
Julie's jelly. That's right, Julie's crabapple and rosehip jelly coming up. It's funny because we don't really, we do, for us, like jelly's just a bit different. I think because we make it so like fake. in America. So jellies, like, it just doesn't, this is, yeah. I mean, it's the same sort of texture and things like that, sort of. But we have things called Jell-O.
Right, I know.
Yeah, you know. What do you think of that?
What,
No.
Jell-O?
Yeah.
Well, I don't, yeah, I have sampled a few things because I have an American son-in-law.
So yeah, Jell-O is just not good, is it? You know what, I grew up with Jell-O. I didn't like Jell-O. Okay.
Let's test things.
Okay, so do I go like this?
Yep, at least another one as well. Okay, and put it in a cool place if you can.
All right, Beryl just said it looks super. So.
Take it off the heat.
Okay. Put it on the wooden board, okay. Now we have a special Kilner jar, right? So okay, the heat's off. Right, so now we need to take these out. Here's this, I got this, or you got this. Looking good. Okay, so this is the warmer, everybody. This is where we do warm plates. This is one of the English things that I discovered when I was here. You don't eat meals without warming your plates if you're having something warm. Okay, yeah, I'll move all that stuff. Okay, where should I put?
I put the jars here, are you right-handed?
Okay, yeah, I can put, it's just, no, just because of, can we put it here? Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, great. I'm just gonna move this. This is the aftermath. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna clean up later. Okay, now Beryl, what do I do?
Oh, use a jug.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Now, do it.
Tilt that a bit.
Okay. Oh. I'm gonna get like one jar. Okay, is that good?
It's fine for one. Yep.
Okay, whoops, sorry, I made a real mess.
Right.
It's okay, we'll have to clean that off. Whoa, okay, I'm gonna get 3 jars. Okay, it's okay, it was worth it. We used the rose hips. I thought I was gonna have like a lot more, but it's okay. I've got a lot, it doesn't matter because we have so many crab apples. I just need to make more the next time. And I think I was a bit nervous because it was my first time, so I didn't want to make too many in case it just didn't work out. Yeah? Do you know? I think that's good. I mean, we're not going to...
Now you've made this, you'll be using up all the crab apples.
I will be. Okay, so I just have to go back and make some more. Oh, yeah. But we have plenty in the larder. So it is lovely, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's prettier than crabapple color. So what do I do now? Oh, yeah. I mean, it is pretty. We only got 2 1/4 jar. So that means, luckily, in the larder, in there, there's like a gazillion more of these crab apples and rose hips. So I'm just gonna stay here and the rest for the next month. Okay, so should we wipe these? It's a pretty color though, isn't it? As you said. It tastes delicious.
Extremely hot.
Mmm. It's like you can actually lick the bowl. Don't you think so, Beryl?
Yes.
Okay, Beryl, you're gonna...
I think that one's all right.
Yeah, you're gonna get one of these. And I'm gonna get one of these. And Stephen is gonna get the 1/4 of the... I'm gonna make more. Everybody's gonna get one. It's so pretty. Okay, well, you know what? I'm super happy because I was nervous. I've never made it before. And I wanted to make sure that...
It's difficult knowing when it's setting. I think I was worried that the rose hips might stop it from setting. But...
No, do you think it's gonna set now, yeah?
Oh, that's so sticky.
Look at that, it's pretty.
That should be all right.
Okay. Okay, and then there's Stephen's. There you go. And that is it. So now what do we do? Do we put these just need to go, should I stick them by the window or something to cool down?
Oh, they can take their time to cool down.
Or they can just stay here. All right, well, they're gonna be center stage, right there. I'm gonna clean all this up. Whoa. Yeah, so clean all this up in a second. And that's it, everybody.
Those jars can be the next
They will be for the next thought. Look at, see, that's some good jelly. That has set. That tastes like, That is good. It's good. No, it's really good. It's actually really good. Brilliant. So Beryl, you'll get a jar once it cools down, and I'm going to have to just go make a whole bunch more this weekend. That's my plan. Anyway, thanks you guys. Here, I mean, listen, you saw it. This was my first time ever making jelly, Julie's jelly, whatever you want to call it, crab apple and rosehip jelly. But obviously I need to boil a whole lot more of these crab apples and rosehips to get many more jars. I mean, how many jars do you think I should make, Beryl?
In total? Well,
Yeah.
There's so many crab apples.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just keep going.
For the rest of my life, pretty much.
You could make 50 jars, I think.
I know. That's how many crab apples we have here. So that's what I'm going to do. So, I mean, I'm going to have to just do crab apple jelly too.
Yeah.
Because, but don't you think I can add in?
Add things, yes, put herbs in.
Yeah, I'm going to put herbs in. She says herbs, I say herbs. I think crab apple and either a rosemary or a sage.
That'd be nice. Yeah, rosemary probably.
Rosemary.
Sort of
Okay, that's what I need to add something.
taste it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thanks you guys. Hopefully one day I'm going to make enough of these that I can sell these at the Mapperton cafe shop. Well, the Mapperton shop, which is now in the cafe. You know, but listen, two's a good start. So thank you guys again for joining me. Always week in and week out, and huge thanks to those of you in the top tier, Cheryl, Sherry, Robert, Taylor, and Angeline. Thank you so much. But again, thank you to all my patrons joining me week in and week out. And hopefully you can come visit us very, very soon here at Mapperton and get your very own crab apple and rosehip jelly, or a crab apple jelly, or a crab apple and rosemary jelly. It's going to go on and on and on with the crab apples. Bye, guys.